called, the brand is called Watch Out. This is a bug repellent. Like, listen, I don't want to kill bugs. Right. I don't even want you to come into my house. But I've had so many of these bug repellents that smelled awful, didn't work, all the things. They have figured out how to give us a 16-ounce bottle of the actual concentrate. We're going to give you a 16-ounce empty bottle, and you're going to be able to make 8 of those bottles for $24.99. And they said, what is it that bugs don't like, want to be repelled from, but actually doesn't smell awful for your home?
Does not.
A triple proprietary blend they put together.
Of 3 mints.
And you just spray it around your home, like the doorways.
Indoors, outdoors,
the baseboards.
wherever you want to.
Oh, because I was talking about one of the reviews he was talking about his garden.
Yeah, you can use that out there too. So the company that makes this is based here in the United States. They're actually making it in the Midwest. Okay, they spend more time doing R&D, research and development, on their products than anybody else that's out there. And that's how they came up with a formulation for this. It uses spearmint, peppermint, and corn nut mint, okay, in this as well, which is a huge deal because that actually has menthol in it, and the bugs absolutely cannot stand this, okay? So to what you were just saying, all right, you're going to receive the concentrate bottle you see right here, and you're going to receive 1 of these spray bottles. Okay, so it's 1 and 1 is what you're getting. This is pre-measured for you. Like, you squeeze the bottle, and it fills this little chamber to the exact amount that you want to use when you're actually making this, okay? And the reason we do the concentrate and not send you, like, you know, 8 bottles of this, because that's what this makes, is 8 bottles of the spray. That's why we've got 8 bottles out here, okay? All this you can make with this 1 bottle. We don't send you all 8 because there's a lot of water in anything like this. So we're not going to ship you water because you got water. You just add water, okay? So 1 of these in 1 of these using that little measuring, and then you fill the rest with water, and you've got 8 different bottles of this that you can use, and you repel all the bugs that you want to. When I say all the bugs, I mean all the bugs. We're talking ants, we're talking spiders, we're talking roaches, we're talking flies. In fact, for flying insects, this actually has a little bit of surfactant in it. So that when you spray them, it gets on their wings and they can't fly anymore. So if they come across it in an area where you've already sprayed it, they're not going to be able to oh my gosh. Now, here's the other funny thing. We love the way this smells, okay? Bugs don't smell it the way that we do. Like, they don't have olfactory, senses like we do, but they do smell through their bodies. They actually can do it through holes in their bodies, right? So they find this so repellent that they just want to leave. They want to get out of the area. Fleas, you can use it on them as well. You know, any kind of bug you have in your house. Now, for a lot of people, we were talking earlier about, like, when you're steaming things, how you're trained to buy certain products, okay? If you look at the stuff that's in front of me right here on the table, okay, we're used to going out and buying sprays, and we're out there buying traps, and we're buying powders, and we're buying oils, and we're buying all these different things, you know, that we put out there, but they all cost a lot of money. And the big thing about any of them is, if I turn this around, look at all the writing on the back there. And that's not instructions on how to use it. That's warnings. That's warning. That's danger. That's, like, you know, poison control. It's all that stuff on the back of these. All right, what you're using with our product is non-toxic. It's plant-based. Okay, so you don't need to worry about your kids. You don't need to worry about your pets. You can literally spray this on any surface, anything. Like, if I wanted to spray it, if I got fruit trees in my backyard and I want to spray it around those, it's going to keep the bugs away from those. You know, if you've got a garden and maybe you've got, you know, bugs that are eating your plants, your beautiful flowering plants, spray it on them. It's not going to hurt them. It lasts for a very long time. In fact, some people think that when they can't smell that mint anymore, they're like, oh, I got to reapply it. No, it actually is still working. It doesn't need to be enough that we can smell it.
You just got to worry about the bugs.
Yeah.
But this is what I was saying at the beginning. I want to repel the bugs. I don't want you to come in and then I don't want to kill them, right? So I don't want a bug killer. I just don't want them to come in at all. And every season, I feel like when it's hot, different bugs come in. When it's cold, different bugs come in. Even regionally, I'm sure I'm going to stumble
You got a whole different world of bugs.
Right, a whole different, like, literally, I'm going to go, I've never seen this before a day in my life. I don't want to see you. My best friend, deathly afraid. Like, she will leave.
All of them.
All of them. She will leave the house and call her husband and be like, I'm not going to go back in the house until, like, the bug is gone, right? Do you want to know how much money she spends on doing bug spray?
Oh, pest control? Probably $100 a month at least.
Literally, right? And I was like, you don't have to do that if you could just do it yourself.
Yeah.
And that's why this makes 8 bottles, right?
That's why it makes 8 bottles. So, I mean, if you think about how much you're saving,
yes,
you know, by not having to buy all those things, and the fact that you're getting something that's so concentrated, you mix it up yourself, you know, and it smells like mint, like this beautiful mint that's back here. It smells exactly like that. But remember, it does have that corn mint. It has the peppermint and the spearmint built in this as well. And it's different levels, because you're going to see in a minute, we're going to go to our rodent variety of this as well. And it's the same formula, but in different levels of the mints, just because the rodents react differently. For pets, like I've got 2 dogs, right? We spray their dog beds with this. Just to get rid of fleas, to get rid of ticks, to get rid of anything like that. And it's totally safe for the dog.
They told me about ticks here in PA.
Yeah.
They said that's a big...
So last night, you know, Mr. J. King.
Yes.
I went to his hotel, we sat outside, and I start to sit in the chair and I look at it, and there's 2 ticks on the chair.
Yes, that's what everybody's been telling me.
Yeah, I went to the truck, gave him one of these. I'm like, here, buddy.
Just do the hotel.
Just spray it.
Because I'll tell you, because when we're walking over here, I was like, why have I never seen this? I was like, oh, guy sold it out in one show.
One show. It took forever to get this back
to restock this, right? So if you already bought it in that sellout quantity and you're ready to get more, or now you want to, you know, spread this amongst everybody that you do, literally already won perfect 5-star review, and it literally had 1 airing, and it was back in May. They said, use this in my garden because the bugs were attacking my roses, but you wouldn't put that stuff that has all of those like chemicals and stuff, because it would kill your plants.
It'll kill your plant. Well, and like if you grow like food to eat, like if you're growing, you know, vegetables, or you're growing, you know, fruit trees or things like that, you don't want to use toxic chemicals on those, because you're going to wash it, but did you really get everything off of it? This will wash off with water when you use it that way. Speaking of which, if you do spray it outside and it rains, you're going to want to reapply. Okay, it's that simple. But you know, inside the house, in the beginning when you first start using it, doing this, do the baseboards once a month.
Okay.
Do the baseboards once a month, you know, or you start with, if you have an infestation, maybe once a week. Okay. And then you gradually start to back off to once a month.
Oh, look, right on the outside,
you can use it
by
outside.
the windows.
Okay, so what they're doing right there, that's a rookie thing, okay? Because I wouldn't spray it out of the small bottle. I would mix it into a garden sprayer.
Oh,
you know,
the
like the
my
pump
husband.
sprayers?
He would
exactly.
say that too.
That's right, your husband would say that. So you put it in there, right, with the water that you're going to supply, and then just walk around the house. Spray the windows, spray the door frames. I mean, all that stuff. If you think about it, that's what your pest control guy's doing. They're making a lot of money to do that. So you could do it. You don't need them.
And I love, to be honest, like when we're walking over here, because I've never seen it before, because it only had it one time and it sold out. I told Lou and I said, what makes this one different? And he said, I want you to come smell this. And he walked over and he placed it, like did a spray and placed it in me, and I go, oh, it smells like mint. Yeah. And I go, is this the bug repellent?
Smell it.
It's like minty fresh.
It's minty fresh.
Do you know that you buy
it smells great.
Air fresheners that smell like that?
Yeah, exactly. Well, and if you use all this other stuff that we've got on the table here, that doesn't smell great. Like, you know, you walk in somebody's house and you smell the chemicals from this stuff, you know that they've got a bug problem. And to be honest with you, that's one of the dirty little secrets that everybody has in their life, is that if they've got a pest problem, they'll do anything
to get rid of it.
You know. No, well, not let you know that they've got that problem.
Well, let me for sure. By the way, I don't want you to think it's $24.99 for one bottle. It's not $24.99 for one bottle. You're gonna get this in the box, and then you're gonna get the empty container.
A single one.
This makes 8 bottles. So $24.99 is for 8 of the bottles that you get to make. Because again, Lou's like, you have water. I don't want to sell you water. I want to sell you pure concentrate.
Exactly.
You bring that in.
Add water too.
Absolutely. So I want you to start there. Now, if you do have rodents.
Different formulation. Same ingredients, different formulation the way they make it. So here's the big difference between, brown spots.